Hey guys, I'm Chef T-Max. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today, we're gonna do a really simple soup of pumpkin. So beautiful pumpkin soup with leftover pumpkin from the holidays. So I know that you get pumpkin you've cooked for Christmas or for Thanksgiving or something. You've got these extra pieces, and I'm gonna show you how to make a soup out of those. So stay with me. Click subscribe if you're not doing that. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and ring that bell, and I'll send you new things I have coming up. So I'll see you back in a second with pumpkin soup. Okay guys, so let's get this pumpkin soup going. Here I've got some beautiful pumpkin. This is Kabocha Pumpkin, which is a Japanese variety. You can see it's very orange. Look at that orange color. Now I've got some onions that I had roasted that pumpkin with, right? And for that reason, I'm not gonna need to add onions to this. So if you were gonna start this dish normally, I'm gonna grab a little extra virgin olive oil. I would put some olive oil in here like this in my pan, and I'm gonna turn this on. Well, let's turn it up, okay? The first thing I want to do is I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. So I have garlic here. Now I'm going to puree this soup up, so we don't need to worry about how we cut this garlic. So I'm just going to roughly chop it. You can just even slice it if you want. But it's been for the amount that I have here, I think 4 cloves of garlic are going to be fine. And we want to add those to our oil because we want to get a nice kind of heat from that. Now here I've got some leftover habanero peppers. It's a hot pepper. So I want to make this spicy, but I can't make it out of control. So I don't want to get any of the seed in there. So you can see how I cut around it like this, and I just take these pieces and chop them. Now, when you're working with this like this, do not touch your eyes at this point. So it's going to be very careful here not to touch my face. I know I do that sometimes, and one of those things, it just happens, you know, I'm a touchy-feely kind of guy, and I touch my face, and that's what happens. I get burnt. So I'm gonna try not to do that. And what you should do is wash at this point. So I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so not only did I wash my hands, I washed the cutting board and the knife. So we're clean and ready to go. Now, I'm gonna take some fresh thyme, and I'm just gonna kind of put my pieces in here like this. This will get all blended up later, so if you get a little piece of stem that gets in there, it's okay, because it's gonna get ground up anyway, okay? This beautiful, it's a very earthy flavor here. The thyme, okay, and the garlic, the peppers. You could just use, if you don't like spicy, just use red bell pepper. Just put a little red bell pepper in there, or no pepper at all, just the garlic, right? We already have, like I said, the onions. If you don't have onions in your roasted pumpkin, like let's say you're doing a pumpkin salad and you just have the pumpkin cooked, then just saute an onion up too. Put 1 cut onion here. Remember, it doesn't matter how you use it because of the fact that you're gonna puree it anyway. So look, that thyme loves to pop. So I'm keeping my face away, right? Because it likes to pop. You hear it popping? But I want that to pop, and I want this garlic to toast. I'm not gonna be happy with it just being lightly golden. I want it to be really toasted, okay, before I add my cooling agents down. My cooling agent's going to be my pumpkin. Now, I've got some washed carrots. I don't even bother to peel those, right? And then I'm just going to cut those in half. Why? Because you see how they roll around like this? I don't want them rolling around. Cut my finger off too. Remember, they don't have to be small because why? We're pureeing it, right? Exactly. You're paying attention. Good. So with this, I'm gonna just top them, okay? Skin on, all just been really scrubbed down of any dirt, no dirt or particles on there. So beautiful clean carrot, ready to eat. Delicious. The sweetness the carrot's gonna add to this, along with the pumpkin, okay? And the pepper is gonna give us a really spicy flavor. Now put a little salt. We always cook or salt as we go. I'll put a little bit of pepper, not too much. Now, I have some fresh potatoes here. So what is this, like 6 baby potatoes, 7 baby potatoes? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cut those and throw those in. You could put the potatoes in at any point. It's really not about sauteing the potatoes. I'm just doing it now because I want my garlic to toast just a little bit longer. And I'm going to throw my potatoes in here too. But you could put your potatoes in even after you've cooked your liquid. Now, why am I cutting them smaller? Because this doesn't need a long time to cook. I've got the pumpkins already cooked, right? So to bring all these flavors together, it's going to take about 15 minutes with the liquid. And I'm not going to really need to cook it for much longer than that. So the potatoes, I want to be nicely ready to puree up and be smooth. The potatoes in this are going to add a real nice velvetiness to this. And really, you've had potato soup at home, right? Potato, cheddar cheese. God, in the wintertime when it's cold outside, to have that hearty soup, amazing. So imagine this potato soup with the flavor of pumpkin and garlic and peppers. The pepper is just going to give it some excitement because you got potato soup, potato leek soup. It's very mild, very lean, very subtle, right? So we need something to give it a kick, give it a jump, and that's going to be our peppers, okay? Now, I'm going to put all my pumpkin in here as well, just like this, because it's all ready, okay? My garlic is already toasted, right? And all of this stuff has kind of come together. And then we're going to simply take some water. Now, if you have wine and you want to put some leftover white wine in there, a little cup of Chardonnay, and let it cook off, first, do that, okay? But I don't have that, so I'm just going to go straight to water, okay? So what am I doing? I'm adding my water in here. We're going to do water to cover, nicely cover. I would say it covers over everything about an inch. And then I'm going to put a lid on it, okay? Now, I want to bring it to a boil. So what do? We bring this to a boil. Then what do? We turn it down to a simmer. Once it boils, down to a simmer. And we simmer it with the lid on at a very low heat for probably 20 to 30 minutes. At that time, everything's going to be cooked. We're going to add our heavy cream in at that point, puree it. We're going to have a really nice soup. So stay with me and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, guys, I've pureed this up. You can see how beautiful and creamy that looks. It's going to have a thickness too because it's got potato in it too. You see the texture of that? How it's really beautiful and creamy, like a beautiful potato soup. You could actually put a little bit of grated cheese on there. You could put a little grated pecorino romano or parmesan or even cheddar if you wanted to do something like that. Maybe some sauteed apples in there would be really good with pumpkin and potato. I've got some roasted, really char-roasted Brussels sprouts I'm just going to throw in there as well. And then I want a little crunch, so I'm going to add some walnuts that I have. Because walnuts around the holiday season, you always have a ton of those left over. So put a few walnuts in there and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil around. And we've got this beautiful soup. Put whatever you want in there. You could put extra diced meat. You could put diced turkey with some diced apples and have that, warm it up really quick. Put it in the center there. This soup is so beautifully velvety. Look at that. So nice. That's all it needs. Creamy. Beautiful pumpkin flavor. A little bit of spiciness, but not overwhelming at all. I think it's an awesome dish. I think you guys are going to like it, utilizing stuff that you're going to have left over after the holidays. So try it at home. I'll see you back in the kitchen soon. I'm Chef Team Max.